Hey all, and welcome back to the HellfireComms playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. In our first week's worth of adventuring, we learned of the land of Ionios and the warring factions of Keves and Agnes. Hero guys are on the former, the enemy is the latter. That's essentially all you need to know. I'm not going to recap a week's worth of story every single time we boot up the game, so, you know, either watch the previous parts or just play the bloody game yourself.
Where to from here?
We completed the mission, now we're heading back to base.
Yes, we have to head back towards Colony 9 and report what's going on because, holy shit, a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, oh boy. Well, we learned to fuse. That was pretty lit.
Well, Noah learned to fuse, the other two didn't.
Ah, yes. Poor Uni. Poor lands. We're forced to play as Uni for some reason. Oh, right. Noah needed a break, that's why.
That is the game's explanation, which probably doesn't really hold up because he's not really affected by gameplay any.
I saw him do a McTriple twist on a skateboard right before we started recording. I think he may be embellishing how tired he is.
Right, let's push on.
Can you imagine, like, there was that fucking Metal Gear Solid skateboard thing on, like, the special edition version of the game? Imagine if there was, like, a Xenoblade mod for that. That'd be amazing.
I'm pretty sure whenever I saw footage of that when I was younger, I thought it was, like, just something that G4, the TV channel, had come up with. Like, I didn't think it was real.
Oh, like a bogus bonus or something.
Right, yeah.
Focus on this abomination, please.
Lance got hit with Bind, which, unlike previous games that had Bind, does not only stop you in place, it also stops all your attacks.
Ah.
So Bind is actually really good in this.
We'll have to keep that in mind. Interesting thing is, we ran into a third faction as well that had regular mechs and guns that fired regular bullets, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, although we did run into the Xenoblade 3 equivalent of Gertica Van Damme, I believe.
Yes, we also ran into, along with Van Damme, people that age longer than 10 years and were not tied to the flame clocks, which is completely different than everything these characters know. It basically goes against what they consider to be the natural order of the world.
It would be basically like if we just randomly saw a human who breathed water and drowned in the air.
Or if we found people that only lived for 10 years.
There was also some freak called Mobius who was kind of like an even cockier and camper version of Metalface from the first game, if you can believe that. I know it's hard to envision.
We're going to be learning a lot about them as we go through. As you might imagine, they are sort of the main antagonists. I think that's pretty clear to see.
I know I said I wouldn't recap the entire thing, but I basically recapped the entire thing. Beyond talking about obvious stuff like these guys are born with only 10 years to live and they rapidly age, and when their 10 years are up, if they reach that point, they go back into, I don't know, the ether stream or some shit. You'd have to ask Melia, she knows the specifics.
Again, we'll learn a bit more about that as the game goes along. There's a lot of things that the game will continue teaching you, and a lot that the game will decide to not teach you until it really decides it's ready. Things like Noah's sword, which you're probably already curious about. The game just kind of gives you 15 hours before it says anything about it.
That's fine. I don't mind being strung along, so long as there's something tasty at the end of that string.
Riku's so sleepy. Could do with long soaking bath.
Oh, to be a carefree nop-on.
Just hold out a little longer. We'll be back soon. Oh,
Oh.
look! Friendly!
No, I don't think they're friendly somehow.
Hey, it's me.
No, they're not.
Wait a minute, this isn't right. Oh, they also have flashy swords.
Yeah, everyone can draw their weapons from the iris, the little mechanism that's in their eyes.
They're not listening, lads.
Just so happens that only really the important characters have specific ones and everyone else's are generic.
I got ya. There was a crazy judge-looking dude who turned up all shadow-like behind the general or whatever.
You crazy?
Maybe they know that we work together with the enemy, and they're not a fan of that.
Oh, is that all?
Well, again, things will be explained as we go along. But basically, they're definitely not friendly, and we need to defend ourselves.
Fair enough. That's why I play a healer.
I'm pretty sure I said last time that playing a healer is definitely one of my least favorite things to do in this game, especially as Uni, who does not have a lot going on in terms of actually doing damage.
Enemy's broken away from me.
I will say, though, that hopefully I'm a lot less nitpicky about stuff this week, because we're going to be getting into stuff that I actually really enjoy in the game, whereas the opening was not quite my speed.
I called him a nitpicking Nathan after the fact, don't worry. For those who were slightly annoyed by that, even though Spar means well, I got you covered. Hen Tom's got you back.
I think if I went back and replayed the game now, I would appreciate the opening more for what it is. But going into it completely fresh, completely blind... Honestly, a lot of my opinions on the opening were tainted by wanting it to be Xenoblade 1, which this game is definitely not. And I've definitely gotten past that, so yeah.
Keep coming, Noah.
I mean, it can be hard when you love a thing so much and then, like, a sequel comes out that's set in, like, the same continuity that you want it to be sort of the same. Yeah, this is Mobius, by the way. He shot the Dark Mark into the sky and then fucked off. Anyway, what was I saying? Alright, nostalgia, not necessarily a bad thing, but you must also embrace the future.
Huh? What was that?
Xenoblade 1, specifically Definitive Edition, is my favorite game of all time. Literally, bar none, nothing beats it. And then Xenoblade 2 is... So going into this game, I did not have the greatest expectations, which I think is fine. I think it's okay to go in with, you know, pretty medium expectations, which is about what I had. But I will say that so far the game's blown them out of the water.
Oh wow, they're on the run as well. No one's winning today.
Yeah, they were affected by the same thing as us.
They're just jealous that they can't turn into a stand.
I am my own stand.
How are they so good at finding us?
Girl, you're aware your hair is on fire, right?
Tie on.
Yeah, which is not explained, by the way.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm sure it has something to do with the races that are in Agnes. Because Agnes has the cat people, like Nia from Xenoblade 2, and presumably something akin to Blades as well, which is what Senna and a few others will be like.
Right.
And Kevus has the Machina and Homs, for the most part.
Okay. And Nopon are just fucking everywhere. It's like an infestation.
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere, and they also kind of have their own things going on.
Ooh, Meldath's shoulder. The shoulder was an important part of Future Connected.
I believe Melnath's shoulder is specifically a Xenoblade 2 thing.
Uh-huh.
Lock Seal, that we just found, is actually from Xenoblade X, I learned earlier today.
Okay, Defenders. When you draw enemy attention, it'll flash blue, and it'll charge up a lot. Okie dokie. Very good. They must be equipped with stuff.
They all come, like, pre-equipped, and you can't change a lot of it out right away. So I'd kind of leave it for now.
Okay.
If the game would let you check out your arts, that would be good, but I guess you'll have to sort of figure it out live in combat.
Mm-hmm. But I wanted to be on the upper. Oh well.
We need to get some distance or they'll find us.
Roger.
You might see some icons on the map, on the mini-map up there. You can't do anything with those yet. I don't know why the game shows them to you.
Oh, such a cock tease. Ooh, enemies. I want to throw my chakrams around and be like Axel and go, chew! Now, I have this to autoplay. It's a little bit too slow for my liking, so I will probably just gauge it as best I can myself.
Yeah, that's a pretty good way to go. I would almost say switch it off and let the voiced scenes autoplay, and just have these text ones, you just do whatever.
Gotta kick some ass. Yeah, that seems like a decent enough place. Maybe we'll actually run into those quote-unquote friends again.
Yeah, hopefully this time without the aggression.
She doesn't want to fight, but the giant hammer says otherwise.
Senna is not having a good time.
I'll protect us all.
Aggro. Accumulating aggro will draw an enemy's attention towards you. Using strong attacks and healing arts will accumulate a lot of aggro, so keep that in mind. If an ally is under attack and at risk of becoming incapacitated, a good tactic is to accumulate aggro towards yourself so they can continue fighting. Over the years, I thought I favoured the tank. Maybe it's just like a berserker class that I'm more a fan of, you know what I mean?
Mio here is basically an evasion tank. So she works more by dodging attacks than, taking a bunch of damage. Her arts are gonna help draw aggro and help evade attacks, so you definitely want to be using those as much as possible.
Okay. For over time, Agnians. That's kind of like Xenoblade 1 versus Xenoblade 2.
Yeah, the Kevis forces are on a recharge time, which is like the first game. The Agnes forces are auto attacks, which is like 2. I guess it's the Homs and Machina versus Catgirls and Blades kind of thing, I guess is what they're going for.
Damn, we kicked his fucking ass.
Tom is a little bit over-leveled by my recommendation, but it's going to mean that we don't have to stop to fight every single enemy that we come by in order to keep up with what the game wants. So you might see us, just plowing through some of these low-level enemies here to start with.
Yeah, very much like Nia, is Mio.
I mean, it's basically the same blade.
Very nice.
We should move right away.
Wow. You got the blood pumping at least.
Yeah, Tyon, you could make a gigantic
Not to worry. Just stick
bird
to it.
plane and just fly us out of here.
I don't know if it works that way.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the rules of his birds.
Keep eyes on the way.
I'm not sure if the tutorial that was there a second ago explained it or if you caught on to it. But if you see the targeting line on a tank is blue, that means it's good. That means your tank is holding aggro. If the targeting line from an enemy is red, that means they are trying to hit either one of your attackers or healers, and you need to go grab aggro from them.
I sort of took it in the same way you would watch a TV show while kind of
Sure, I
playing Kingdom Hearts Dark Road on your phone.
Right, yeah.
Which is very apt, because I am currently playing Kingdom Hearts Dark Road on my phone. And you may wonder, say Tom, how are you doing that while also playing this game? Are you some kind of genius? I just put it on auto-fight.
Yeah, I've heard that you can just kind of leave that to go for hours and hours on end.
keep them in check.
Oh boy.
Eyes over here.
Kind of punching above my weight here, but in order to make progress, one must.
Now that you've got aggro, I think you'll be, perfectly fine to fight these things.
Keep them in check.
You might want to switch targets over to the big one, though, to make sure you grab aggro on it.
Ah, yes.
Keep piling on the damage. Senna, love to see it. Eyes over here.
Appreciate it.
Your target went to something in the distance.
Good.
Yeah, unfortunately, the targeting does have that problem where it will just say, hey, you know that enemy 12 kilometers away? I'm gonna hit it now.
Tie on. Pay for this. Have that. I have to keep the team together. Eyes over here.
Oh boy. Think it's time to run.
Senna, wake up.
I overestimated, but I shall not be daunted.
Yeah, I think the target going to that other enemy really hurt.
Well, I'm keeping the aggro, so I'm basically doing my job.
They're on us. Orders?
Come on, fucko.
Couldn't keep them in check.
I'm just knocking them out of the sky.
At least 2 of Senna's arts have the ability to do that. Which is actually really good, because while an enemy is getting knocked down like that, they're not attacking.
Very cool.
We should move right away.
Wow. He got the blood pumping at least.
There we go. That's so useful. Just gives you an easy way of like telling where you need to go.
Yeah, I'd pretty much recommend just sticking to the path for right now, because as you might expect, combat's going to become easier momentarily. One of the uniques that was nearby tried to hit you.
Fuck no, goodbye. You know what the name of the song is, Spa?
No, actually I don't.
You will know our name's finale. Very apt, considering this is the third game in the trilogy. There you go.
Yeah, we got to see some of the path that Mio's group took to actually get down here as well.
What?
You lot.
Clear skies very quickly. Okay, time moving very
Much as
fast.
I
Wow.
like the Union, what exactly are we doing here? Yeah, beats me. I'm
Hiding.
starting to get
Trying not to
antsy
get
here.
our ass beat.
What he said.
And how do you suppose we feel?
Tyan, don't be like this. Reel it in a little.
You can tell they're the Xenoblade 2 people, because that girl has an American accent.
You guys who want to survive,
That'd be nice.
live on, hold the torch.
Other metaphors involving survival.
What?
Guys, let's live. Let's survive.
What kind of pep talk is that?
Yeah, it's kind of crap, honestly.
Of course we're gonna survive.
Well then, we know where to go. The city.
I was going to say, in order to survive, there's only one thing we can do right now.
In the eyes of the world at large, we're outlaws now. We can't
The city,
go
as a
back to the colony.
concept, the word city doesn't really exist for them. They only really have colonies.
Yeah.
Each nation, Kevis and Agnes, has a castle.
Their irises
They don't really
glow
have
with
cities or towns
blood,
or
just
anything like
his
that.
did.
Yeah, it was kind of brutal.
Right. I remember.
Poor Mwamba.
This is just conjecture. But
He died as he
what
lived,
if
not being
those
very
soldiers are
fleshed out, and
civilized as enemies?
a lot of his
Because of the red
personality
iris.
established through words instead of
Correct.
deeds.
But what's
He
even
was
up with
kind
the
of
colony?
there just for the one trope
Did that
of
freak do that?
he's 2 weeks from retirement.
We don't
Now
know
that you
who
mention
did
it.
But it's logical to think he
Well,
did
that's what I
something.
kept saying. They really weren't being very subtle with what was going to happen to him.
So instead of going
There's
off
this
our separate
character that
ways,
is clearly not in
we
any of the
stand a better
promotional
chance.
material, not
We
on the
all work
box
together.
art. You know they're not going to be in the party. And then suddenly they leave the party while saying they're a month away from their homecoming.
If we are going to be running,
Yeah, that man's already
we might
dead.
as well have some kind of aim, right?
Nitpicky Nathan.
That's not
Keeping
even a
opposite
nitpick. That's
sides,
just kind of...
working
I find
together.
it funny more than anything.
Do you see?
You're saying we can survive that way?
Yes, let us become an awesome anime team.
Dude, what are we doing about the homecoming?
Lance, are you being serious?
Oh,
Come on. You have to understand.
No, I can't just change my entire worldview just because you
still
fused
want
with
to
some
go
bid
after
from
all
the
this,
opposite
I won't
side.
stop you. But
Lands and Uni
Before you
and
do,
then Suna and Tyon must be, like, extremely confused because they
have to
don't
keep our
really get
friends
what's
warm.
happening, whereas Noah and Mio have at least somewhat of an understanding.
is that even how our lives are supposed to go?
remember that ceremony? Long ago.
But after our homecoming, what's left?
Well, think of the praise they got up there. Up on that shining platform.
To me, it was like a pillar of husks.
Yeah.
Terrible. ogre.
I hope you don't really mind the word
Countless
husks,
lies.
because it is everywhere.
You want that as your legacy? You're really okay with that?
Well, what do you want me to do?
I can't answer that for you. I don't know everything. But we
It's a
need
smart man that
answers.
admits he doesn't know everything,
I
though.
say we go out and find
That's
them.
why he's the leader.
I want to know.
Sort of.
Why were we entrusted with these powers? What
He's
did he mean by
meant to be the
real
Shulk
enemy?
stand-in, but I wouldn't say he
The
is
city.
the head of everyone. Everyone kind of,
What did he
comes
say?
together to make their
A land
decisions as a
pierced
group.
by a great sword? Oh, right. That sword. You know, that massive one, way down south.
Oh, okay, so they do know. Wow, it's kind of hard to fucking miss now that I say it.
Yeah, it's really, really fucking tall.
And restore the world to order. Well then, I guess you can count me in.
I have to say, I expected this part to take a little bit longer, maybe like the second chapter or so. But I guess in order to bulk out a team this big, you have to kind of streamline a little bit of the conflict in order to get to this point.
This is one of those JRPGs where you get basically your entire party right off the bat, almost.
Don't worry though, because
Okay,
there are a lot
I'm
of
with
guest
Amy on
characters
this
to
one.
join us along the way.
Right, yeah, and also the customization of, changing classes and stuff like that we mentioned a couple times.
Hell yeah.
That, at least.
Come on, lads.
Oi, what's that look for? Don't just stare at me. It's creepy.
We're gonna need an answer soon.
Do I even have a choice?
You have a choice, it's just there's only really one good one.
I mean,
Guess there's
you can
nothing
go back
for it.
there and talk with the armies if you want. I'm going to the city.
Good. My name's Noah. Colony 9, Special Forces Unit. As you know, I'm an officer. These three, Lance, Uni, and Riku, are my long-term friends.
What a weird
Oh,
way to
and
describe your best
this
friends.
is my passion.
I guess they need
Someday
to
I'd
say
to
it
play my
like
own
that
melodies.
in a world where people
Not
only
just-
live for 10 years.
Oh,
music
right.
that I learned in training.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now.
Okay.
Everything has to go through that lens.
What is this? Feels like a surprise inspection or something.
It'll help in the long run.
Come on, man. Really?
I think
I'm
the
called
way a
Leo.
character
I'm
introduces
an
themselves
officer
says a
in
lot
Colony
about
Gamma's
them.
musical
Mhm.
unit.
I'd be like, hey,
I can do the 100 metri in 7 seconds.
I'm Tom.
Pretty quick on my toes, I guess.
Sup?
You go, girl.
The one time I had to
I
introduce
keep a
myself
diary.
to a new
I like writing
dormitory
down what happened.
when I started at
I
university,
never miss a
I
single
basically
day.
introduced myself and I said,
Uni
I bet I
today.
can beat anyone here at
Special
Guitar
Forces
Hero.
Unit, Colony
Fair
9.
enough.
We act
And
as
everyone
girls
got
next door.
upset.
Me and the boys, inseparable since we left the pod.
Oh yeah, they're kind of like
My
pod
special
grown. I forgot
move's
about that.
Group heal. It's great at healing my allies all at once. My hobby? Collecting fortune clovers, I guess.
That'll come in handy for later.
And I'm Senna. I've been
Fortune
here
clovers
running,
kind of reappear
ever
several
since I
times
was
from what I've
posted to
noticed.
Colony Gamma.
Not as any kind of really important
My
thing, but they're just a
special
common thing
move?
throughout the world.
I'm just crazy strong, I guess. I don't look it, but I can lift far more than my own weight. My hobby is lifting.
Okay.
Oh,
I think one of
there
my
you go,
favorite
Lance.
tropes is the
Got a muscle
tiny
buddy.
girl with super strength.
Well, I'm Tyon. I'm part of operations and planning in Colony Gamma's survey branch. For this mission, I was assigned as support for the Offseer.
A bit about yourself. Come on now.
And go on.
He's not
Your special
normally a
move?
part of their group,
I
if you
don't have a
notice that.
special move.
Ah, okay.
What's the point? Why share details like that? I don't have hobbies.
Oh, come on, Black
Wow,
Joker. Stop
Colony
holding out.
Gamma.
Riku. In Colony 9, Riku was head of maintenance and crafting. And these are attendants of Riku. They at your disposal.
Sidekicks, you might say.
Attendance crap?
Yeah,
I'm Manana.
It rhymes with banana.
was Cookie Pond in Colony of Mio and others. Manana master of food. Stews, baked goods, fry-ups.
I really, really like Riku and Manana.
Oh, Jesus, diabetic Rodriguez.
I didn't realize both Agnes and Kevis assigned Nop onto their off-seer squads. Weird coincidence, huh?
Yeah, wouldn't have expected similarities there.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Yeah, they're only assigned to the Offseers. That's why not every group has them.
We're learning and relearning
Come
and
on.
forgetting together, Spa. This is a journey, you and I.
I'm literally 80 hours into the game. I don't remember these lines of dialogue.
I'm from the same colony as Noah. I work as the unit's defense. My special move? You figure it out. Ugh.
I don't like talking.
Do we have to do this rubbish?
Can I just hit the Yorkie Splorky and be done with it?
We can plan, now that you've joined.
So you're acting like we're a team already?
What are we, some kind of Xenoblade Chronicles 3?
Spock's alive. Fine then, I'm with you.
You totally sure?
What else do I do? Not like we've got much choice.
Again, you have a choice, but there's just only one
What's
good
our
one.
angle?
Really?
We have made some distance, but we're still in the colony's search zone. Luckily, we don't have any colonies south of here. And you?
We shouldn't have any colonies mobilized either. So we go south then.
Yeah. What are you doing there?
Well, our clothes are pretty filthy.
No, I cleaned them at the save point. I made sure of that.
Into.
But they're already dirty again. You could see it all over them in this cutscene.
It has been a fairly long cutscene. Yo!
I need a change of clothes too. 'Cause these are, yeah.
Don't stop at clothes. Have a look around. Take anything that could come in useful.
I mean, Guernica's not using it anymore.
Yeah, so the concept of fashion probably
anything
doesn't
you do?
exist much in this world. At least for Kevis and Agnes.
Yeah, what's up, Mia? Okay, just while I'm here, going to here. I believe it was under system for,
Yes, and then options. Messages.
yes.
Autoplay unvoiced text.
Thank you.
You can actually set the speed of how fast it advances, but maybe for those it's better to just control it yourself anyway.
Yeah, that's pretty good for now. Have a talk with people before I click on that other thing.
A lot, Uni, a lot.
Really should be voicing this, if just to give me stuff to do. Hello, Riku, me fella. Oh, this thing. The Ouroboros egg or stone. That's what gave us the ability to interlink.
And there's a lot more that comes from it.
Proper hunting now, Noah. This is no time for tomfoolering. Doesn't look like there's much we can make use of here.
Yeah, a lot of it probably got destroyed in the battle.
Maybe. Ah, spark it all. Never rains but it pours, eh?
I look outside my window and it's very sunny.
Strong contender for the best Xenoblade Pro Tag
These are
fit
all
coming up
clothing
here.
containers.
I really like Shulk's default and future connected
There's one with
ones,
equipment,
but
too.
this is pretty strong.
Man, the glow up
Exactly
from
equipped to match our
Shulk
stuff.
from 1 to Future Connected
Yeah,
is
we'll just have to
amazing.
deal.
What's with the frown? Have they got nothing in your size?
No, but I wanted
This
Gucci.
fabric is awfully thin. It doesn't seem very reliable.
You can't expect luxury, can you?
Oh what?
Bound
Will
for
your
best
fat ass
anything?
burst out of it?
Unless
Put it on already.
You're happy with what you have now?
No, I'll wear it. We all have to make sacrifices.
Ooh, you know, I might be able to rock this jacket.
Maybe I'll go for this one. I like the colours.
Not exactly the freshest threads, eh?
They've all
Maybe
got to
on
find
your
something
side.
that works well in
As
combat
it is,
and also looks nice.
It'll be fine.
Because that's important, I guess.
Well, when the two armies rock up, I want them
huh?
to fucking cum themselves to
They sure
death
do.
over how fresh I
Some
look.
of the stuff's like,
We need to slay and slay.
Indeed. Hell yeah.
pretty easy to move in this score.
Oh, yeah? Are there any more of those?
Sorry, just this.
Yeah, the jacket with
Aw,
Mio's thing works really well.
What is it?
I think Noah agrees as well.
Yeah, Hang on. Still gotta, change my boots, I guess.
Your boots? You'll need a hand with those, yeah?
You okay there, lads? Like, I understand Noah being a bit flustered.
Wait,
This scene is so
I can
weird to me. Because I guess they're flustered by the fact that they would have to change in front of the girls.
They went pretty
But they
far
obviously
off.
didn't care about the baths. So why now?
Well, this is drawing attention to getting naked. What the hell are you two doing? Food first and foremost for a nop on, I guess.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to change clothes.
Oh, a nice copper. On the run from the law. Getting jacked. Yeah, he's definitely part Machina.
Right, that's the other race that Kevus has, the High Entia. How did I forget that?
Really? Like, it felt like something was off when you were saying it, but it didn't click for me.
Is that...
Yeah. My time left. Think about it. Wouldn't want to lose track of time and just run out.
I mean, you can't exactly look at your neck, can
Today,
you?
it's exactly
Can you
3
even
months,
fathom knowing that you have a
3
specific
months.
number of days left to
and then
live?
I'll be gone
Well, I
for
mean, there is
6
the
months.
death clock online, although that just
I've thought about
takes
this
a
lot,
bunch of random variables and makes up bullshit.
about what I can
Yeah,
achieve.
this is like down to the
Well,
day,
yeah.
down to the minute, maybe even, of just, this is it. They literally cannot go past it.
Melia's just like sitting in her throne room, like with a laptop and a finger hovering over a button. Like, come on already, I got shit to
I
do.
see. So that's why you trusted that guy. You hope to live more.
I gotta say, the like facial animations, character animations
matter.
are pretty good for just like bog standard cutscenes.
But
I like the fact
You
that
and
the
me,
eyes, the eyeballs
talking
move
like
around a
this.
lot. It really shows
that's
the
kind of
like
amazing.
moment to moment reactions that they
and
all
if there
have to
really is
everything.
hope in that place that the man mentioned.
The mouth movements are kind of static in a lot of
What you'd want
places.
for a legacy.
That's not even a nitpick. It's just kind of a way to save,
Weird question.
you know, designing cutscenes and stuff. And I completely understand it. I just want to point it out, though.
That's fair. Just don't become insecure about voicing your honest opinion about it. I will say, I find the lip sync to be more accurate than Xenoblade Chronicles 2,
Are they
though.
content at the end?
Yeah, there's a lot of things about the voice work in Xenoblade 2 that we could talk about.
Can they really come to terms with that?
Like how they just decided to take the first takes for everyone with basically no voice direction.
Yeah, that cast got fucked
About
over.
it all the time. What we leave when we're gone. What that connection truly means.
Connection. Eh? Heavy stuff.
So anyway, there's this series
Yeah.
called Kingdom Hearts. I really like it.
It's life, I guess.
Have you ever heard of Xenoblade Chronicles X?
Nope, never heard of it. Better not be anybody creeping about.
Oh, hi. I didn't know you were here this early.
Whomst is ye?
Again, this is great for me because I get to rewatch all these things and understand the importance of it because I know what comes later.
Okay, I guess she just likes taking dead people's clothes. Oh. Wonder what the significance of that was.
Gonna be honest, I don't know as far as the Ouroboros stone part.
And that'll bring us to the end of chapter 1, I believe.
That it would, yeah.
It's good to
Every
keep
time it
record.
changes chapters, you'll have one of these save screens with Mio's diary.
Agnes and Keras, working together as a team. Tyon seems a little dissatisfied, but at the time, his thinking was quite aligned with mine. Finding a path that lets us all live.
Working together really
I will
is the
make that
smartest
my
choice for
mission.
all of them right now.
I mean, just in terms of surviving, like they said. Plus, it makes it easier to level in the wild.
They literally cannot go back to their colonies, so what else are they going to do?
Meanwhile, war. It's definitely not rad. Do not look at it and think it's cool.
I believe, yes, this is a flashback.
Alright, I'm hunkering down.
Stop crying, lads! It won't change anything. For now, just run. Run with all the breath you have.
I love how Riku looks exactly the same.
Noah, over here.
I mean, Napon lived for a very long time, if you remember.
All right. Oh no! Sparks! We almost made it.
Wow, these things seem way more intense than the present day ones.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're seeing it from a kid's point of view.
Yo. Ah, this character.
Mm-hmm.
She was included in the pre-release material.
See, I knew her because of fan art.
I've seen some fan art that may or may not have clued me in on a couple of minor things. You gotta carry that weight, son. Can you talk?
Yeah, she's one of those characters that only talks as much as she needs to.
That's fair. That's sufficient.
I'm sorry.
Ah, there we go.
Huh? If I'd been just a bit faster, I could have saved many more lives. Who are? I'm Ethel, from Colony 4.
I really like Ethel.
Silvercoat, Ethel.
Yo, a person's badass if they have like a cool tile in front of their first name.
Yes, and it actually has a meaning, as is being explained.
Some do call me that. However, a person's worth isn't in their color. It's here.
Very apt.
I don't think there was any meaning by the point of her putting her hand
Nice
over
blade you've got.
her tattoo there. I think she was going for the heart, but I did notice the tattoo in that spot.
Yeah. Yudi's is in the same place. Lan's has his on his chin. Noah's is on the back of his hand, I believe.
Yes, Mio's is on the side of her neck. Can't remember where Senna's or Tyon's are.
Ah. This was also clearly the pre-release material.
Basically didn't see very much, if any, of the pre-release material. So all of this was new to me.
Wow, tough guys, eh? It's a wild ride, this passage of fate. We got ourselves a nice little awakening.
You were all talk when you left here, but you've nothing to show for it, Dee.
Oh, spare me, P. After all, I did precisely what I was meant to do.
Okay, so they have, like, humanoid forms.
So, about that huge bet of yours, pray tell us who won.
A draw, I think. And with 2 whole colonies on the field.
I love this guy's voice.
Eh, bad gum.
The whole thing would have been done by tea time.
It was Jay who insisted on it.
Jay, you
I
say?
thought that had already been communicated.
In that case, I believe it's my turn next.
What the hell is your helmet?
I'm pretty sure you already had your kicks the other day when you wiped out Colony 8, no? Surely the turn is mine.
Honestly, you make more noise than the rabble at a feast.
Zed!
Even if you did stop its raging flow, it will soon burst through. All it takes is the slightest fissure.
You really gotta pay attention in
And
scenes
that
like this.
is fate.
Yeah, there's a lot of things to notice.
D.
The gang's all here again.
Now, I have seen Z's actual face, but it didn't seem like anyone I recognised, so I don't think it really matters. You can see a bit of his face here, but I've seen it, like, full.
Yeah.
Kay. Will you go?
If you say I go, I go.
Well then.
Entertaining bunch of
Let us
lads.
see how far the flow brings them this time.
Again, have no idea what they're aiming toward, though.
That's really interesting to me, because you're like, what are you, chapter 6 now?
I know what a lot of what they're trying to do, at least as far as Zed. The rest of them kind of have their own things they're going for. At this point in the game, you have no idea what any of them want.
That's really interesting. I mean, it's not a very organised organisation, but that just makes it a lot more fun.
Yeah!
There's some weird mating dance.
Guys, what do you think you're doing?
Oh, Tyan, morning!
Hey, did we wake you?
Honestly, I'm surprised you haven't gone and woken up the whole Forsaken Continent. So?
Of course he wears a fucking anime scarf.
Oh, this?
Yeah, the scarf is pretty cool, though.
All of the characters' designs are really top-notch.
You reckoned? You mean that Ouroboros thing?
And I believe it's the same person who designed characters in 2, so they just reined it in a little bit, I think.
Survival a whole bunch.
I think I mentioned this last time.
Huh?
It feels more like the Xenoblade 1 build body type with the visuals of the Xenoblade 2 art style.
Maybe that power's meant only for them.
Yeah, but that Mobius guy, he did refer to us. I just thought...
You thought maybe you could transform as well?
Oh.
What makes you think it would be you two, anyway? Say it is possible. It could be me and Lance.
That's pretty doubtful, Tyon. You guys have been
Kind of a
headbutting
feeling.
since you got together.
Yeah,
Really?
Just a hunch, right? Something wrong?
Not at all. Then, I guess that leaves me with her.
Oh boy.
I envy you, I really do.
Oh, what are you moaning about now?
Let's drop it. I don't want us bickering this early. Especially
Too late for that, my
now
dude.
we seem
You
to be
started
sharing
it,
a common
Tyon.
destiny. We happy for you?
If I didn't know better, I'd say you're trying to get us all worked up.
Come,
Think
join us,
whatever
make
you want.
poses!
I think you might be on the mark, though.
Oh?
We were all there. Every one of us. In the same situation.
Now, hold on.
The only difference was... I was set on protecting Mio. Protecting all of you guys. And then I suddenly transformed.
Yeah, there is a specific trigger
That's
for
what
it,
it
at
took.
least in terms of their emotions,
Yeah.
which is nice to see.
So you can take that form via a strong desire or emotion?
Possibly.
Probably too much to ask a Professor Grump here.
What, me?
Well, who do you think?
And you're any different?
What, me? As if I'm gonna join with you.
I ship it.
Uni.
Come on, though.
You're not going to manage this overnight. Not the way you all are right now.
You're
Even
talking
so,
as if you understand the entire process, Mio.
Maybe she does. Maybe it just fed the information directly into her brain.
I suppose there's logic in that.
I feel like they have, again, sort of an understanding about it. They know what they were feeling when it happened, and so they're sharing that.
Yeah. Okay, everyone ready? Yeah. Tasty treats, check. I just took a quick look-see, and this equipment looks surprisingly quality.
Again, I really like Lance's jacket.
Don't you think? Yeah, looks that way. Great sword, sword, sword. that city we're headed for. Looks like it would be a long journey. I found us a route heading south. Will that work for you?
Well, it would be better than heading north.
Really? Thanks, Tyon. Hey, you've got some real handy data there. I guess we should head through the caves and towards Millick Meadows first then. Chin up, guys. Let's get going.
I was way off with my prediction of how far we would get today. I forgot how long these cutscenes are.
Jesus. So where exactly were you thinking would be a good place to stop?
There is a very good place for us to stop coming up. The game's literally heading there. I really thought we were going to get like 3 times as far as the game's going to let us get to.
Jesus.
The cutscenes are so long.
Yeah, now we've got the full pie.
And combat is much easier because of it.
Fuck yeah, buddy.
2 tanks, 2 healers, 2 damage dealers. Pretty much the way you're going to want to go when it comes to choosing your classes, which is going to be introduced shortly,
nice.
Which is not that much of a spoiler. I hate these enemies that pop up from the ground because, 1, they pop up from the ground and surprise you, and 2, they aggro no matter what level you are.
Well, whatever. Easy EXP, mate.
Yeah, I guess so. But when you're level 80 and you run by something that's level 40 and it aggroes to you, you're not going to worry too much about the XP from it.
They need to fucking learn. I'm just saying is all.
Lance wants something a bit meatier.
God, I'm glad we have new party members because they need to change up these victory lines.
Yep. You're going to be hearing the same ones a lot, though, still.
That's fine. God, you can get days off real easy with this many party members.
Actually, your break topple days all comes from your side of the party, the Kevis side. Because I don't think any of the Agnes guys have those. Right now? Maybe. I'm not sure.
I didn't notice anything in Mio's arsenal when I was playing as her. God, this feels so much snappier, though.
And it's just going to keep getting better.
No problem.
Not the 2 party members I would have picked to move a big boulder.
For real, though. You'd think you'd get the 2, like, actual muscle ones.
Something so valuable here.
Very cool.
Well, this is kind of awkward.
How do you think we feel?
Yeah, I don't know why the thing is telling you to go that way. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be going through this tunnel. Oh, I know what it is. It's telling you the shortest way to go.
Yes.
Which is a different way than this. Okay, that's what it is.
Oh, interesting. Hello there.
What a gorgeous view.
So anyway, battle.
It is actually a good thing that you went this way because there's a thing you can interact with just beyond these enemies.
What a gorgeous view.
Wait, this isn't the right way, is it? We'd just end up back at Alfeto Valley.
Yeah, this is the way backwards, but you do want to activate this so that you have a quick way back up.
I think you operate it like so.
Cha-ching.
And now there's a nice little ladder.
Oh, that's so cool. Yo, shortcuts in open world games, love them.
Yeah, just keep an eye out for those.
Trying to focus too much on scrub guys, but this one's a shiny.
Oh, that's a rare one.
He has stuff I want.
Don't think you even ended up fighting the right one.
Whatever.
Way too soon.
You're all gonna die eventually, Spur.
Lance wants something a bit meatier.
Yeah, something a bit meatier. Blah, 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 blah.
Here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual, Noah. Smooth as always, Noah.
God, it's so chaotic.
Look at the swing of this. Well, they were no match for us.
I would say it's better than the voice lines from 2 at least, because they sound good still. There's just a lot of them.
To be honest, the only one I can really remember is Radio Gormati. That's about it.
There's just so much going on in 2, it's just too chaotic to pay attention to. And yeah, this area is pretty iconic for a lot of reasons.
Oh yeah. Obviously we have the Sword of the Mechonis there. There's some architecture from Guar Plains. I say architecture, it was more part of the Bionis itself.
There's also a few other recognizable things, as you could see. I don't know if you caught that thing on the left side of the screen there.
We can go explore it. So Millick Meadows are Guar Plains of the game, I suppose.
Basically, yeah. Again, like, if you know the things from the previous 2 games, you know pretty much what's going on as far as seeing things from the previous games in this one.
Hey, guys. Could I have a moment?
Because you're going to recognize a lot of landmarks and stuff like that.
Yeah? What's up?
There's something that I forgot to tell you.
It's about who in charge of Din duties?
No. From now on, I want us to avoid combat as much as possible. So, Kevez, Agnes, if either of them decide to put up a fight, don't kill them.
Alright, but if I see a bunny, it's on site.
But why?
Guess it'd suck having to draw on our allies.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling to have to take down people that used to be friends.
How kind of you.
Huh?
I'm sure our past victims will appreciate that.
Oh, fuck off.
You little...
This is the fucking trolley
We don't need
thing.
to take
Like,
any
would
more
it be
lives.
fair to divert the
There's
trolley and save the
no
people
point.
after everyone else has been squashed? There's a fucking thing going on IRL right now that is the perfect example of this. And I'm not going to get into it, because that would bring politics into this LP, and I don't want that.
God, I appreciate that.
If we hadn't met each other, we wouldn't be here like this now.
Even though we're being chased by both nations at once.
You aren't doing a great job
chase,
collaborating,
we run.
if you don't mind me saying so.
Easy.
Hey, squabble amongst yourselves, we'll just keep running.
A smart new decision.
Notice that all of them kind of kept some part of their original outfits, by the way.
Very cool. I'm not sure
We'll
why it's
keep on
buried in
running
the ground like that, because I'm
to that
fairly sure it was lying in the sea last time I saw it. But there's reasons for everything.
Talk about bad blood.
Just give it time. It's early days.
Maybe so.
I mean, Lance and Senna are getting
What's
along well,
happening,
but
you
they're
got
sort
there?
of the himbos of the group.
You can talk. You've got those shiny chest doodads.
We've always had these.
You know, I've never even thought of myself as strange before.
So many things. Taken for granted. We're pretty different, huh? Worlds apart.
No one's worlds apart. If anything, we should be questioning all that we've thought to be true.
Tyon, why were you looking
Differences
over her
are
head?
a matter
Oh,
of
you're looking in the distance, okay.
Yes.
Our skeptic.
So, do they ever outright say
Always
Lance
like
is
this.
Machina?
Of course. It's by nature.
No, but that's sort of the thing that I got. Like,
Personally, I
Mwamba
think
was
it's
also
easy to
that,
take
and you
at
see a
face
lot
value,
more
you know?
troops later
Oh,
on that
that'd
are
be nice.
sort of the same thing.
Huh?
It's almost
You
a
making
mix
fun of
between
me?
a Homs and a Machina
All I
because
said
they don't
was
have
it would be nice.
quite the same
Oh,
makeup,
no, you
and I don't think I remember
Just being
Machina
an
having
airhead,
hair
jerk.
either.
This is just... How long are you going to drag this out?
For as long as I sparking need to, until you come clean, Four Eyes.
I can't believe this. Someone shoot me.
I mean, we can go back and see the army if you want, though. No? Okay, then. What's that? That was the wrong voice. Hey, Mimi, you can see that Feronis over by the side of the big outcrop there, right? Odd. I don't have any data about a colony established in this locale. Odd for sure. Noah, take a good look. Isn't it kinda old?
Wow, that's actually pretty far away.
It is. It does look like it's seen quite a bit of service. Yeah, I don't think they make them like that anymore. I've just given up on the voices at this point.
Probably for the best. There's a lot in this game.
Do you think it's safe to be around? You're freaking me out a bit here, Mio. Sorry. I don't think an apology is necessary. Do you think there could be some useful resources and stuff in there still? A possibility, certainly. It's in the general direction of our objective. Why not investigate it?
Boy, you are such the tactician.
Really? Oh, looking forward to exploring this area. The Hillside Hall. Yeah, we still have that mission to... go back and save all those people. Oh, there he is!
That's him! It's your boy.
Diabetic Rodriguez. Okay, so let's just hide that for now.
Is this like a rare thing?
Okay, so hopefully he won't cross the water.
Is that?
Yeah, he does.
Well, we better be quick then.
You sure better. I don't think he'll notice you this far away from the water, though, so you should be fine. Also, he's a big lad. He moves pretty slow.
Yeah. The one in Gormont moves really fast. He's actually caught me and killed me a number of times.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Think there's gonna be anything left that we can use?
Valera Hill. That sounds familiar.
That's one of the areas in Gower Plains. You know, the, sort of a raised hill with holes in it?
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's it. He might notice you if you're this close, so you might want to pick it up on this one.
And now we run.
And now you run. Yeah, he takes a path that goes pretty much down most of this little creek or river here, and then he turns around and walks back.
And what I was going to say is we still have one of those missions from, like, way back past where the armies are, closer to Colony 9, but I don't think we're going to be getting to that anytime soon.
Yeah, there's a lot from the start of the game that it sort of tricks you into, like the bit with the flame clocks, the tutorial that you had, that was completely a bait. With the mechanic where you do less damage if the flame clock is low. Yeah, that was completely a lie.
I mean, that's cool. I like a nice subversion in gameplay.
Sure I did, Santa. You look great.
There's a big old flapper over here. That's a unique monster.
Probably wouldn't recommend fighting it right now.
Couple more levels, baby.
By the way, I'm thinking that the good stopping point is going to be at the end of the current quest that you just picked up for the Hulk.
Okay.
I think once you finish that, that would be a really great point to stop at for this part.
You know, obviously, I don't know the game's, like, layout, you know, good places to stop, so we basically just stopped at the first bonfire that we could find before. What the hell is this? Odd ring-like shard.
Yes, you're going to find quite a number of those odd shards or odd items like that that glow on the overworld, and at the point in the game that I'm at, I don't actually know what they're used for yet.
It's another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
Luca. This is so funny. Yeah, on the Brogs. I used to say these Brogs aren't just going to turn on us and attack us the moment we're done.
Well, the good news is they won't. The question is why they wouldn't.
Bit of a knock-on coin, isn't it?
Did you see me in action, Mimi? Sure I did, Sana. You look great.
Go in peace, my froggy friends.
Or broggy, as it were.
That Veronis must have been there for quite some time.
It was probably abandoned.
I would recommend going to the quest marker first, because you're probably going to have to fight these for it anyway.
Well, more EXP for me.
Fair enough.
I'm always thinking, Spa. I'm always thinking. This area is going to be so much fun to explore on my own. So I'm going to try and show off as much as I can, but, you know, we still have an LP to do here, so I'm trying to keep things managed as much as possible.
This area, at the point of the game where I am at, the current region, the Asia region, is the third biggest one that I have seen.
Wow.
And you have seen probably 20% of it so far, maybe 30.
One, two, three. Yeah, quite a number too. Reckon they staked the Veronis as their turf. We'll have to get rid of them before we can search for salvageable materials. Sounds like a plan. Luring enemies. Oh, here we go.
This is one thing I wish was available earlier on. Like something you could just do whenever. Because some things in the game that they have a tutorial for, you can obviously do before the thing pops up. This is one that you have to wait for.
Right. Just while this is doing, I'm going to turn around and, yep, Xehanort is still grinding Heartless. It has been over an hour.
I'm pretty sure I heard one of my friends just let it go for like 4 or 5 hours at a time once.
Aw, and we were just getting started.
Ooh, a fabricator.
You cannot access these things yet until the enemies are gone.
All the more reason to genocide.
That one there is an elite, so be careful with that one.
We'll deal with him, don't worry.
This is pretty much the reason that I recommended you get up to level 12.
We'll do what I can.
Remember to stand in the attack field when you can.
I know, I know. I'm getting used to new mechanics and whatnot, Spar. It's a candy shop of stuff that, you know, metaphors.
Yeah, I'm just here to remind you of stuff.
No, I appreciate that. That's what a good CoCom should be doing.
Rather than sitting here twiddling my thumbs.
God, this would have been so much harder with just Noah, Uni, and Lance.
Again, getting the full party early is great because it opens up things like this.
Hell yeah. It won't respond.
Here we go, guys.
Let's give him the usual.
Yes, I saw the husk, don't worry.
One thing I do miss from Xenoblade 1 is the combat start where you have to time a button press.
Oh yeah.
To like increase tension. That is one thing I wish was back. But I also like it gets you into the combat faster to not have it. So, you know, that's a good trade-off.
I'm gonna be honest, I never fully understood how tension worked exactly, so I'm not entirely sad to see it go.
It was sort of a thing that you could optimize by paying attention to, or it could have you, screw you over if you didn't. So just kind of understanding that it exists and a little bit of how to control it was good. But it was sort of a thing where you just kind of let it do on its own, really.
Nice.
Basically, high tension was good and low tension was bad. That's really all you need to know.
Let's check out the container.
But first... a little ditty from my ancestors. Go in peace. Hey. It won't budge. It's because Veronis is low on power. If we bring it online, containers might open. In Veronis of this type, power compartment usually located over there.
Or up there, as the case actually is.
Okay, let's take a look then.
Let's use this.
I like that the animation of climbing a ladder has his hands actually on the rungs. Very nice.
We have come a long way.
If you jump at a ladder, then they actually are displaced, which is also funny to look at.
Yeah. How's it look, Riku? Meh. Power level is at precisely 0, so Riku can't say one way or the other. Guess without a flame clock, it really was kind of a long shot. But we could force open the containers. They don't look so tough. If you're confident you can do that without breaking the contents, be my guest. Can you tell which characters I enjoy voicing the most?
Tyon's fun.
Yeah. Stop. No need for gratuitous violence. Can solve problem with Ether Cylinder. Riku surely have one somewhere. Meh. Do my eyes deceive me, or is that flat out empty? Back at the colony, we'd always complain about how we were short on this or that. But even a fraction of the supplies there would be more than we have now. Now that we're away, I'm sure we'll miss home ever more keenly.
Everything completely new to them.
Hey, correct me if I'm wrong, but we just need to supply it with ether to get it running, right? I asked because, look over there. Ooh. Isn't that an ether channel? It doesn't look too far. I'll go take a look, see if I can harvest some for us. I'll go with you.
Yeah, probably not best to go alone.
There's safety in numbers. Maybe it would be better if we all tried to stick together. I second that assessment. Okay then, let's go right now. And so they did. This music is far too dramatic for this. On the field, there are green light sources called channels. Using them to fill up ether cylinders will come in handy, so be sure to harvest them. Press A near a thing to do a thing. But...
So you can either just kind of fall down this little cliff, or there's a cave you could go through off to the side.
Oh, I see you flapping in fucking low FPS down there.
Surprisingly, caves are actually not that dangerous in this game, compared to, like, Xenoblade 1, where caves are almost always dangerous in some way.
Dude, the first cave kind of kicks your ass if you're not ready for it.
This is an ether channel, no doubt about it.
Hell yeah, buddy. Got 3 whole things from that. Should be enough. Moving forward, there'll doubtless be times where ether will prove indispensable. Let's gather it up when we have a chance.
That was speaking more to the player than the characters, I think.
We might as well go back through the cave this time.
I think you might be able to skip travel, but yeah, just go back through.
A rebooted Veronis can manufacture items with its fabricator. Nice. Oh, and it's a respite as well.
What's that? Oh, looks like we can go on from here.
Neat. Wraith's Void.
Fog thing is something else.
Caves are typically full of this black fog that's kind of all over, and I think probably in the next session we'll learn some more about what that is and what it's all about.
Right. Hopefully we can get a nice level up at the next respite.
I'm pretty sure you have plenty of like bonus XP to use up, yeah. You're actually close to a natural level up. The little bars you can see under everyone's health bar is almost full.
Forgot to keep a shufty on that, but that's what Spar's here for.
It's so tiny on everything that's going on screen.
Hell yeah. Level up, yeah. Are those scratch marks? Yeah.
If we get the Pharaonis running, that's not going to switch on the defenses, is it?
I can confirm that they were damaged beyond repair. We'll be fine.
Yeah, see, he's disjointed from the rungs now.
Let's install an ether cylinder in the power compartment and get the Pharaonis moving.
Thing goes into thing.
This whole thing is powered by a single ether cylinder.
Yeah, again, this is what? So many years after Xenoblade 1, surely they've become more efficient. And plus, you know, the mashing of two worlds. Two sets of technological advancements.
I suppose. This is a thing that you can find sometimes throughout multiple places in the world. It's one of those things that you can just kind of have fun doing in this grand, expansive world that this game has, so that it's not empty. Some of them take a lot more ether cylinders.
That's fair. We may be able to claim more than we first anticipated. How do you reckon? That's how. Is that the little baby one?
That's the fabricator.
Ah, okay. So this was the generator that's... Yeah, okay. By restoring power to the Pharaonis, see we've brought the microfab back to life as well. So yes, I'd recommend checking out the fabricator while we're on our little salvaging stint.
Time for a tea break?
I second that. Ah, fuck.
That smarts.
Spleen. It's a microfab, a hand-operable fabricator commonly installed in older Pharaonises.
Good job on pronouncing all of that correctly, because I wouldn't have.
For a price, we can make the things this Pharaonis used to produce. Nifty little gadget, eh? Let's take this thing for a spin, then.
No, I just imagine they turn it over and ride it like a car or something.
Whee! They can make rare, difficult-to-acquire items. Sure.
This is a game where money is really not an important resource, as I have found. I'm pretty sure I have 800,000 gold and nothing to spend it on.
Whoa.
How are fabricators so amazing?
Very cool.
Anything to help our cause.
Let's have a look in the next container.
Jesus, that's a lot of stuff.
You're going to want to grab any containers that you see as well. They're still on the ground. I can see them.
I know. We found plenty of useful stuff here. There's more left behind than I dare hope. I couldn't detect any monster presence around the Pharaonis perimeter. Seems like we'll be safe then. Shall we rest here for the day? I've still got energy left in the tank. I can take first watch. Senna acting alone isn't really. Shut the fuck up, nerd.
She's already gone.
Meh? Shell. Whoa. What the? It's not Bod. Fucking kill him. Shill Shill. Meh meh meh. Shill Shill is not Nopon of dubious origin. That's just what a shill would say. Your colony affiliation and objective, tell me quick. Shill Shill is travelling trader pod, not bound to any pod or man. Saw a light shining here, so took it upon self to investigate so-called haps. I Nopon vagrant then. Man, is there anything you guys aren't? Again, voices vary. Why have to call vagrant? The word show real lack of respect. You're not with Agnes or Kevers, right? How about itinerant then? Meh. Suppose that's slightly better. Anyhow, any friend that she'll meet soon turn to customer and vice versa. So what kind of things do you sell? Oh, search headgear and bullet choker and all that jazz. She'll deal in anything. That she'll meet friends here is also fate. She'll give good price, so please to buy lots. Scanning. Not really seeing anything super dubious here. Yeah, we're not going to get those bounties anymore. Yeah, just keep selling him.
Anything that's only good for being sold, it's not useful for anything else, will now automatically be sold.
Nice. You're not going to buy our tasty sausages? She'll only buy goods which can sell on high price, is basic business sense. Wow, suddenly I feel like we got ripped off.
The things are still back there.
Ah! I think we might want to make a... Okay, tutorial.
Pretty much just introducing your shops and stuff.
Heart of Shill Saw. We'll be more than happy to buy from friends, whenever and wherever. What do you mean, wherever? When friends find items, Shill can confirm using terminal and wire money right back. That's really cool. Dealing with independent Nopon has the benefit of being untraceable by our former colonies. It sure makes transactions easy.
Outside of these auto-sell things, I have never sold a single thing in my 80 hours of gameplay.
Fair enough. Shill will abide here for some time. If friends need anything, please to holler. We will, thanks. That's one difficulty taken care of. Yeah. Alright, time we finally got some rest. If I have to sit for another tutorial, I'm gonna pass out. Yeah, baby. God, so many pop-ups and whatnot.
Got a rare doodah right here.
Oh, hang on. I just need to take that in for a second.
Yeah.
Accessories. Anything better that I can put on here? Not really seeing it.
Again, the things with the icons are what's going to be really good for your role.
Right. Block rate. Ooh.
For Mio, you're going to want to have as much agility as possible so she can dodge.
I'll leave that for there. Alright.
We could do with some food.
Okay, good as new.
Ah, that's nice. That is also very useful.
Everyone's level 13 now, and pretty close to 14.
That's an improvement.
No, no, no! More to the right!
Sir, do we have to put the creepy faces on these things?
Start
I kind of have to wonder about that, actually.
Make sure it's airtight. Stand around here? Finer than Rusker flour.
I could do a triple weld.
Sure. Long as the output's stable.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to pretend I understand mechanics.
What's up with the K-rounds? We're 2 caches short. Hope you didn't snuff up the order.
I don't know, okay?
Look, I could crush
Not a
you
problem, take
with
it up
one
with
hand.
logistics.
Stop giving me shit.
We're just a dirt rank colony. Low as they come. You think the castle gives a crap?
A Queen's Oath, this pisses me off. We get better scores than any sparking colony out there.
Yeah, but you're still
Did
dirt
you
rank.
know? For 10 rank field rations, I hear they get Arden meat.
Really? And us mudders?
Trust me, you really don't want to know.
Oh, I understand mutter as an insult now,
I miss
because
the
dirt
old
rank.
silver days.
I'm only 80 hours into the game,
Rations
guys.
back then.
Ah, that's a familiar
Cooks
sight.
come and serve us right on the front line.
Kinda grew their hair out.
Used to get armu sirloin, we did.
Seriously?
Hey!
Heard you were
What now?
complaining about rations.
My own indiscretion has caused you difficulties. I'm sorry.
No, we would never. Our apologies, Commander Ethel.
I thought Ethel
That
was
was
going to
all,
be like the
just
chick from
banter.
2.
Believe
The
me,
soldier
we had
lady whose name
no
just
intention
escapes me
of-
right now, I'm sorry.
You enjoyed
But,
eating our mistake, did you?
She seems a little bit more reasonable.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
From the offset, I mean.
Tastiest food I ever ate.
I liked it as well. And I hope we will have it again. So lend me your strength.
Mom. Yes, Mom.
Well, that's a leader to follow. Expects what's expected from you, pushes you, but doesn't push you down.
Cares about their well-being. Wants them to have the luxuries after putting in the work for it.
I don't see what's wrong with Wolf, personally.
That's because you have poor taste. I'm jealous.
Well, I like eating wolf.
Oh, well. Trade you my taste buds?
No, thank you. My mouth would turn as foul as yours.
Got him.
True that.
And she has a sense of humor.
Hey.
They cleared out real fast.
I hear the attending consul is a particularly punctual sort of character.
Please, not another stickler for the rules.
Can't be long now.
Yep. Got about 5 minutes to go. Whoa. Well, well, Consul dear. Your reputation certainly precedes you.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just going to appear, like, in front of them or something, not come by an actual vehicle. I'm going to be honest, when we sat down to save, I didn't expect another cutscene, so we're kind of taking it back and just enjoying this one.
Anytime where you get to a rest point where one of the options is actually rest, that is to advance the story in some way.
Ah! Spark's sake, a hopper type? I mean, did they not get the memo about the terrain here?
Pretty sure they did that on purpose.
Yeah, they knew, they just thought it'd be funny.
Oh, why is it so insufferably dusty around here? Clearly,
Literally a desert.
the place befits its dirt rank status.
The rainy season will soon be upon us.
God, I hope
I
so.
ask your patience for just this short while.
Is that so? Then, leaving aside the issue of cleanliness, just what is with all this fog?
I would also like to know
Don't
that.
take kindly to my vision being obfuscated. Oh, forget it. So, where are my quarters?
Yes, this way.
He's a very fussy guy, this consul.
Ugh. What a filthy room. How the dirt rank has fallen.
Again, literally a desert.
I suppose that would be something to take up with the castle.
Alpharonis is an old model. I understand your displeasure. But please don't escalate this.
Do I detect some defiance?
No, that was never my...
Relax, girl, I jest. Now then, let's cut the chit-chat and talk business?
Kind of like bullying,
I'd
really.
like you to eradicate some
It's
vermin
really not
from
funny, considering the threat you were giving.
By your leave, sir, we've detected no movement from Agni and Phoronesis around this area.
Nope.
Not Agnes. People, soldiers. A band of deserters from both sides. Well, something like that.
Agnes and Kevis, both.
This will play directly into my hands. Ethel, you will be on my team as a guest within at least a few sessions.
Expressly at the Queen's behest.
What? Melia? Melia would never. Well, maybe she would. I don't know how much time's passed. I don't know what she's been through. Maybe running a place is hard.
Looking at something?
Oh, nothing in particular, really.
Yeah, checking those cards that we can't fill in anymore because we're not part of the colony.
Ah, that was easy XP as well.
Silly. Don't know why I still bother to check it anymore. Not like there'd be updates. Oh.
Oh, here we go.
Here you
An
go.
icon just popped up over your head.
Now this was in the final trailer, I believe, or the final showcase.
Oh yeah. Now I can see an icon for you as well.
When did we unlock a feature like this? I've never noticed it before. Yours seems to be the only one not locked.
Yo, rematch.
What?
Oh! He's lit up like a sparking light bulb.
I guess there must still be more to this feature.
I did not know about this, so this was so cool for me.
Hey, that's Mimi's!
What in the blazes?
I've never used this kind of blade before, but all the techniques I can use with it are flashing before my eyes.
Aha! You're not the only one who can do this. Now I'm the protagonist.
It's so weird. Not like we suddenly just gained the knowledge out of the blue, but as if it were always ingrained deep within us. Strange.
Oh, doesn't look like I can get Mimi's gear. Now that's a shame. This it?
Oh.
She looks good with the scarf.
How come I got Moody Guts and not Noah's, huh?
That's what I'd like to know. Your class is the only one I can seem to pick, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I really like Senna with Lance's jacket.
Whoa. You can lug this thing about without a power frame. Not bad.
Don't know how this is even working, but cool.
But is this all part of Ouroboros too? If it gives us more options in battle, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I want to take this new blade out for a spin.
From here, we head due south, right?
Can I have my jacket back? It's very cold.
Perfect. We can test them out on the road.
Changing classes. Go to Characters Class to change your character's class. Every class has its quirks and characteristics, so be sure to play around with as many as you can. Upon winning a battle, you will receive class points that will increase your class rank. The quickest way to increase class rank is to continually use one class. Master Art Settings. By raising the rank of a character's class, you can eventually master that class's arts. If you switch to another class, you can set those arts into Master Art subslots. The number of available sub-slots will increase as your character gains levels. Also note that Kavesi classes can only set Agnian class arts as Master Arts, and vice versa.
Yep, so you can eventually get up to 6 maximum arts at a time.
Neat.
And basically the same thing for skills as well.
Very cool. Right, we go here. Ah, that's cute.
Yeah, I like the little chibi icons.
I'll protect you.
I'm fine with attacking.
Okay, that's pretty simple.
It's going to keep telling you to do every single character.
That's fine.
Right up.
See if I can speed things up a little bit
The battle, then on healing duty.
So I got a whack 'em. I can do that.
I'm an ogre there.
I'll take real good care of the bad guys.
First, select Noah. To the left are the regular art slots or the master art sub-slots. Okay. Mastering an art with another class and setting it here will allow you to use it while playing as another class.
And it's going to make you go through every character again.
Okay. As long as it's set up now so we can properly take advantage of it next time.
Myopic screen!
This is also going to let you have a lot more characters with break, topple, and daze. So you can end up doing that a lot more often, so that's helpful.
Right, let's set up some master things. First, select Noah. They have their own designated slots. Bit of busy work, it'll all pay off in the next sesh.
Yeah, this is a lot of introducing a mechanic that hasn't been in the game yet. It goes on for a bit, but it's fine. It is very good to teach people about all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much after this, you're left to, experiment as you want to.
You will not be able to change classes or edit master arts for a time.
Mio's class, the Zephyr. I should try it out.
Neat. Whew, alright. That was a good sesh. We learned a lot of new information, saw some crazy happenings. But now it's time for us to take a rest. Are you doing the fusion dance back there? Well, I guess it's fitting. Alright folks, we'll see you next time when our adventure towards the sword-shaped city continues in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Bye for now.